Right again, accept. Okay, there we go. How are we doing? Yay!
Hi,
Hi, Wendy. How are you doing?
I am good. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. First off, on behalf of Aspire to Inspire, thank you so much for agreeing to share your experience in this business on this beautiful platform that I have developed for some time now. Again, we are just highlighting you as an acting coach and above many other things as well. Thank you so much for, wow, just giving your time. Your energy is obviously there. You're stunning, you're beautiful, and I'm just excited to be able to highlight some of your work while also you giving some inspiration for those watching this as well. So that was just a huge thank you coming from a heart of gratitude.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. I see everyone, Ashley, Zaina, Jean-Pierre. I see a bunch of my students and friends on. Oh, cool.
Awesome. Yes, yes. So without further ado, Wendy, I always like to begin my lives, these interviews. Just please welcome yourself to those who are watching while also giving us a little background of how you got started and brought up in the entertainment industry. Just please share us a little bit of your journey just to kick off the interview.
Okay, cool. So I got started in the entertainment industry as a model and a dancer. I danced in music videos. I loved it. I also traveled the world on somebody else's time and dime. That's the only reason why I danced, because dancers get to travel. So I just wanted to see the world. And so I became a dancer. I had no real interest in pursuing it as a career, but it surrounded me with entertainers and I love the entertainment field. So while modeling, I started doing music videos, and within the music videos, a casting director said to me, you know, I really need help casting. And I said, girl, I have friends. They're beautiful. They're dancers. They're models. I got you. But what I realized, I did it for her twice and she got paid for that. And I said, wait, what's your job title? She was like, well, I'm a casting director. And I said, I want your job. And that's how I got in the industry. I felt I was a natural at it. I enjoyed it. I eat, sleep, breathe it. And I loved it. You know, I really loved it. And so within now casting, I started casting music video, which I love. I also worked on commercials and on-air promos for like MTV and BET. And then within casting, I worked with Tracy Moore and Tracy Twinkie Bird and Issa Williams. And I really started owning my craft. And within that, casting projects, it was just amazing, but it was time consuming. And I did a couple of movies like New Jersey Drive. I also worked on the Biggie movie, Notorious B.I.G.'s movie, Notorious. And it was, you know, it was like 7 months of looking for talent. And that was a lot of work.
Wow.
Exactly. That movie was a lot of work. But within doing that, Fox Searchlight Pictures did a big interview. They posted it on YouTube, and so many people saw me on YouTube and said, I want to be in the movie business. And I said, well, that's not how it works. I can't just put you in the movie business because you think it looks easy. So I started coaching, and that again fell into my lap by accident. Someone invited me to speak at an event just like this. And then they kept inviting me to come back. And so I was like, wow, coaching is fun. It's easy. And I learned so much from the directors that I've worked with, you know, like Darren Grant, George Tillman. And so within doing that, I started my own business. And right now I'm at Dreambox Acting Studios. And, you know, this is the place where dreams can come true. So yes. I love your tagline, Aspire to Inspire, because that's exactly how I live my life.
Oh, yes. First of all, amazing journey right off the bat. And, you know, I what an honor it is to not only hear your highlights, but to be able to speak with you and to see so much love being shown in the chat for you. I mean, goodness gracious. It's amazing when people support good people, because they can only tell and attest to how amazing of an acting coach and a person you are. So I would love to dive a little bit deeper into your background as a freelance casting director, of how you got involved in that world. What was your outline for your casting approach for projects when you were freelancing? What was your process for that?
I really wanted to discover new talent. You know, sometimes people say, oh, give me a break, give me a chance, right? But are you really ready for that chance? So I would attend acting classes. I would attend just anywhere. I would go everywhere you can possibly go to see actors.
Right.
And I wanted to be that person to find that diamond in the rough. So
Right.
even the music video casting, like back in my days in the 90s, because videos were PG, honey. And I wanted to find the prettiest, brownest girls because no one had brown girls in music videos back then. And so that's what made me different from everyone else. I found that needle in the haystack. Like even with the Biggie movie, Jamal, who played Biggie,
Yeah.
I reached out to him and he contacted me. I did not know that everyone was trying to reach him, but he wasn't returning anyone's phone call. But he returned my phone call. So I have a knack for finding that needle in the haystack.
Yes, yes. And that's so well put. And I would love to dive a little bit deeper into your work and contribution to the project of Notorious, the biopic story of rapper Christopher Wallace. I mean, I'm sure you've gained so much experience and knowledge from working on that project. You mentioned before that being a 7-month
Yeah.
search for like
Yeah.
casting wise. I mean, if you could please share your experience working as a casting director on that project, just to give us an insight on not only your job title as a casting director, but what does it take to work on a project like that and some experiences that you're able to share.
Well, it takes a great deal of patience because you're looking for your principal characters for so long, and you're constantly going over the same script every day, all day, for months. And with the actors who would come in, they were new actors. They weren't prepared. And like I said, I wanted to find that in a haystack, and they gave us the power to do that. So speaking of power, Notori Muffin was that needle in a haystack for me. You know, she came in and I remember just seeing her and I felt like something was missing in her performance. And because I work closely with our director and Tracy Tunke Bird, they're very passionate about the world of acting and diving into the craft of acting. And so I remember just talking to Notori about what her interpretation of this role is as Little Kim. And, you know, she kind of shied away. She couldn't really relate to the story of this woman in love with this man who's married and so on. And so I said, no, don't focus on that. Focus on how she feels. Focus on the hurt. So I said, and I asked her, I said, when was the last time you hurt like that? And so we had a deep conversation about just hurt and pain and how people can betray you. And that's what snapped and connected to her. And then she nailed the audition, brought her back in. So
Yeah. Wow.
it's
Wow.
just experiences like that are priceless. You know, you can't in a class. You have to experience.
Yes. Yes. And that is just so well put to be just so well connected with the craft and just knowing, I don't want to say necessarily how to pull that out of someone, but to just be so level with actors. Because from an actor's perspective, casting directors can be so intimidating. And once you get that audition and once you're in the room, you kind of hold on to it like it's just this one moment. But something beautifully that you shared is that casting directors are just people. You want to see the actors win. And that's just so well put.
So then that's why when people always say, oh, you were so intimidating, but I'm like, no, you're intimidating. And there's a big difference, you know, because you walk in feeling like, oh my God, this is it. This is my big break. Like, calm down, relax. So one thing that I do with my students now is I bring them in the casting process. So my friend Isham Tofik plays Dembe on the Blacklist. He was my reader and intern for Notorious. And at the end of that process, he wrote a long moving letter to say, as an actor, I wish actors could take part in this process because he learned so much. And he realized that casting directors, we want you to book the job. You know, don't get paid to cast. So we want you to book the job. And we want you to do good because you look good, I look good. You suck, I suck. It looks like I'm not doing my job. So when Isham wrote that letter to me, I was like, yeah, I want to try to do that more often, like bring in my mentees who are actors so they can experience it from this point of view. Because, you know, if you want to get into this industry, learn as much as you can about each person's job. And put you at ease. Trust me when I tell you, it will put you at ease to know that, you know what, they want us to do good. This is just part of the process. We have to see everyone. And it's always that little thing that one person does that make them stand out. And you're like, oh, wow, I didn't think about it like that. I didn't see that.
Right.
Read it. So, yeah.
Yeah, so well put, so well put. And I think this was kind of already asked in a sense when you answered another question, but I'm going to ask anyway. Of course, your role as a casting director on that project, you've learned so much, and you've obviously shared that just now. But from working as a freelance casting director and even your involvement with the project Notorious, how were you able to bring those lessons with you as a freelance casting director into your role as an acting coach? Were there some teaching moments that you're able to relate to that you can also teach for your actors when it comes to, you know, your role as an acting coach? I'm just trying to see if you were able to blend some moments to, you know, assist actors along the way.
Right. It definitely helps as I to actors, you should learn from everyone in the industry.
Right.
And my experience as a casting director led me here to become an acting coach because the class that I teach is the art of the audition. So when COVID happened, no one understood the process of self-taping. And so I do self-tape workshops for agents and managers to help their talent submit proper headshots. So me, as a casting director, I know how to frame that, keep the background simple, put that ring light on or lamps and set it up where we can see your expressions. Make sure you don't have too much junk behind you because it's very distracting. And all those little things, and even with now Zoom etiquette class, because so and a friend of mine was on an Instagram live, and I was like, girl, you can do this before you get on live tonight. Okay. so my experience as a casting director, it really helps when I do a cold read and my students walk into class and they see all the lights and the backdrop and everything, and they're shocked. They're like, wait, what's happening? I said, you're auditioning right now. You got to get used to that. Get that. You're always going to feel nervous. Be nervous, fine, but don't let it show. The only way you're going to get through that is if you practice it every day. Want to get good at something, practice it every single day. So casting has helped me with coaching, and my students have benefit because now when they walk into the room, they feel more comfortable. And I have a great acting exercise called the shakedown. You count down and you shake down your arms and your legs, and it really works. And so I can see past your nervousness. I can see why you're nervous, and I completely understand the process from an acting. I'm not an actor. You know, people always think you never acted. I act up, but no, I'm not an actor. I don't act. Modeled, but that's it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Was hilarious. You got to get that on the shirt or something. That was good. But oh man, and if you don't mind me asking, well, not asking, but stating, I thought it was very, very interesting with you saying that you didn't have necessarily a background with acting. Again, you stated that you did dance and modeling and traveled and used that. But it's just interesting to see how when you get involved into this business, you don't know which way you could possibly go. You went from a casting freelancer and now an acting coach and many, many other things along the way. But I thought that was just so interesting for you to state that, you know, no background with acting necessarily, but you definitely had an eye for talent, which, hey, here you are today. You can only attest to that.
Right. The thing is, this is not something I went to school to learn. It's life lessons. And remember, I'm working with the best.
Yes.
I'm working with top directors, working with the studios. I'm also working with directors. When I sit into that room and I watch a director work with the actor, like you can't teach that anywhere. I am learning from them. Once we wrapped on Notorious, I told director George Tillman, I said, I'm going to take what I learned from you and take it around America. I did. I did a little tour because so many people know, but they will never get that hands-on experience. So I brought it to them. So my experience working with directors, please help me to own my craft and well as I traveled with Tasha Smith, who's an actress, and she took me to a book called The Power of the Actor.
Yes.
And when I read that book, I said, wow, this is exactly how I felt, but the verbiage for it, you know? So it helped me to own my craft. And when COVID happened, before I only taught 2 days a week. When COVID, I was teaching 7 days a week, 7 hours a day,
Woo.
every day. And it
Oh,
has
Lord.
made me sharp. And actors would take my class and they were like, wow, I learned so much in 1 hour that I didn't learn in 1 year.
Right.
I know how to get to that point quicker because I did it every day for like 2 years straight.
Right.
You know, I just dropped myself into it and I just focused on it because I needed to focus on something. And the kids and adults, and I got really after because of COVID. So
Yeah. A lot of great things came out of times of isolation and honing in. I mean, that's just truly amazing to be able to just be so good at what you do, but also having a heart to assist others by the experiences that you had. I mean, George Tillman, Tasha Smith, Tracy Twinkie Bird, these are notable folks in our industry at the moment that you've had the honor and privilege of working alongside. And that actually leads me to my next question for you, Wendy, which is just if you could elaborate just on the significance of having mentors. In your bio, you actually worked alongside Tracy Twinkie Bird, which is amazing. I've actually had her join this platform on an interview not too long ago, and her presence on there was truly, truly appreciative. Pray to God to interview her one day. But if you could please share why actors, or not even just actors, but people in this business should have mentors along the way.
You do not want to make these mistakes on your own. You need guidance, you need help. Do not do it alone. And sometimes you think that you know everything, but there's always room to grow. There's always learn. When I met Tracy, I was a model, and she asked me in a music video. So look it up. No, don't look it up.
You gotta tell us now. I'm gonna look it up.
Positive K, I got a man. What's your man got to do with you? Anyway, so I did that video. And I remember meeting her on set and having a great conversation with her. And I said, look, if you ever need any assistance, I will, I can help with models. I can find models for you. I just wanted to insert myself in the industry. But what I discovered is you get what you deserve when you serve. Out of the of my heart, I just wanted to help. That was it. I wasn't looking for pay. I just wanted to be in the industry. And after like a month or two, she started paying me to work for her. And then we became business partners. And she held my hand through this whole process. And right before we did, I actually did not want to do another because movies are hard. A lot of work. And I like freelancing. I love those quick jobs, 1 week here, 2 weeks there, and that's it. But she was like, look, I need you on the job. She's in LA casting. I'm in New York casting. So I said, okay, this will be the last one. Plus it's big, and I'm a big fan of Biggie anyway. I cast his music videos. So I love Biggie, and he's West Indian like me. His mom is from Trelawney. That's where my family is from. I grew up in Trelawney. So I was like, okay, I'll do one job, one more casting job. And then I switched over to coaching. But that job really was so important and it propelled me. I really just saw little season CJ Big Son at the Locks 20th anniversary celebration in New York, like 2 weeks ago. And it's just you build relationships, you meet people, your experience, and it's all because I had someone in my life who guided me. And everyone can't be your mentor, but don't force it. It will unfold. Don't force it because some people will come like, I want you to mentor me. No.
Right.
I have 5 mentors, and I choose them because I watch them closely. I see what they post on Instagram. I pay close attention to their work ethic. I see if they're doing homework. I see if they show up on time. That's a big pet peeve for me. Be on time, to be early, to be on. to be on time, late.
There you go.
I watch them. And so these 5 young people, I mentor them, I guide them. They can come to my studio and shoot a self-tape. Adams just booked his commercial that he shot his audition tape here this particular room. You know, Ashley just shot a movie, a short film in the lounge area. So I space, a safe space for them because I see them, see that they're going to grow and become something big. You know? So if you want to mentor, just make sure you are ready for it because those games, you know, I really don't know. And I take them out like to Broadway or to movie meetings and so on and so forth, so they can really experience this industry from a different point of view. So yeah, when I met Twinkie, it was magic. We just became friends and we worked together and she guided me and I was happy to have her in my life.
Yes, yes. And I love what you said. It will come to you. Those mentorships will come to you. And I don't know, I have to say this, but for you to be able to have that heart to bring people along the journey with you, to show the different sides of the business, that's very rare to see in this industry, trying to bring people along with you to show them how this business works, while also creating a safe and positive environment for people and actors to thrive, and you noting their successes and making it known clear as day. Oh man, that's only going to bless you further in life. You said earlier regarding something about service. I wish I remembered it.
You get what you deserve when you serve.
There you go. You get what you deserve when you serve. Woo! That alone, I could just end off of that. But I'm not.
Okay.
I'm definitely not, because I want to dive into your background as an acting coach. And for people who may and will be watching this, of course, my first question is not necessarily what drew you into acting as an acting coach, my apologies, but could you possibly please share the significance and importance of having an acting coach, especially in this business for actors?
Boy, that's a long question.
Take your time. Take your time.
Can you share? So most people don't know.
Yeah.
They just don't know. They don't know. And they kind of walk through life blind. And it's important to have someone who can guide you, who can second set of eyes to look over yourself. That's what I did with Notori Nathan so before COVID. Whenever she had a big audition, bring in a reader for her, set up the lighting and the backdrop and everything for her, second set of eyes and say, hey, you skipped this line. Oh, you didn't have this line. This line I feel like means something more than, you know, so that second set of eyes is important. As an acting coach, it bothers me the actors who study a craft. Here, study Meisner or the technique, but bring something in the room, you know, bring Anna in the room, bring Meisner in the room, you know? And so I encourage actors to study a technique because that will help guide you and ground in your performance. And so it's all those little things that they don't think that they need. You know, sometimes they wait to the last minute or when there's a big project to a coach. But when you listen to some actors like Denzel mentioned before he does anything, he works with a coach. And I'm like, if you hear that, why do you think you need a coach? If I were you, I'm like, I should get a coach. Get someone to help guide me through this process. You know, you don't need to do it alone. You need a strong reader. You're going to bounce off that reader in such a way that, you know, your uncle can deliver for you. And I've seen it happen. So, and then a community of people where I'll bring readers, I'll bring in someone to record the video, edit it, label that clip, and make sure the size is right before you send it.
Right.
So it's a team. I call it a dream team. You want to have your readers, an acting coach, and people who's going to help you along the way.
Right.
And I tell people all the time, when you see yourself on the red carpet, like who with? Who do you see yourself celebrating those moments? It should be that team who's helping.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah. I gotcha. I gotcha. That was well stated. And if you don't mind, I mean, I'm glancing at your bio, and geez, the amount of people you've been able to give of service to and to help build their careers. If you don't mind, can you possibly share any type of success stories or memorable moments from your coaching career that just made an impact on an actor's development? One that comes to your mind that you're very proud to have assisted that person and to see them grow in that area of expertise.
I recently worked with a rapper called Dream, and
Mm-hmm.
Dream just did her first, well, she just did her first lead in a feature film. And I remember when she started off and she would just doubt herself, constantly doubting her. And I get it. You're coming from the entertainment world as a rapper, and now you're acting, and it's a little different. And most of the project I worked on was demanding emotional. And so I recently saw, she invited me to a private reading of the film, and I was blown away. And I said to her, I said, look, I trust the production, I trust the director, and I trust you. Trust that you will shape up and do what you got to do. And to see her perform that film, I can't wait till everybody see it. I cried at the screen, and I was like, because I know what it took to get there. You know, and she creates her own schedule. She blocked out 2 weeks, 2 hours a day, every day.
Right.
Right before gym, she comes see me, then she goes to the studio. And she was dedicated to that role. And I was so proud. When she booked it, they booked her right away. And I was like, oh no, they booked her right away. Because emotionally it was taxing. There's a lot of things in it. And I was so proud of her just to see how she pushed through it. And I can't wait to see what's next.
Yes. Oh, that's so heartwarming to hear. So amazing. And I mean, until it comes out, we have to attest to your word. I'm excited. I don't know even what it's about, but hopefully you'll share once it comes out in the future. So definitely, I'll be following your page until that comes out. I only have one final question for you, Wendy. On Aspire to Aspire, this platform was really curated to not only just highlight industry professionals like yourself, but also to give awareness and some form of inspiration and encouragement for people who may not know about the business, or people who are in this business, to continue to strive and to excel and to be able to connect with people as well. So, Wendy, how do you aspire to use your platform to inspire others? I mean, your this whole interview attested to that question, but I always ask this to wrap this interview up. So how do you aspire to use your platform to inspire others?
So let me share my favorite quote. Opportunity dances for those who are already on it. It's so important to understand, if this is what you want to do, then surround yourself with it. Or whatever you choose to do. Whatever you choose to do, surround yourself with it. Okay? And you will see that opportunity will come, and work towards it. Don't just say, it's like me saying, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds, but then I'm eating cake, breakfast, lunch, dinner. No, you have to put in the work.
Yeah.
It's so important. Don't say, it's my dream to be an actor. No, put in the work. Your dreams won't work until you do the work. It's really that simple. And if you truly, really believe that, you will find a way to get it done. I've seen people who, despite not having a job, a young man said to me, I can't afford acting class. And I'm like, you know how to do videos. How about you ask me if I need help with videos, and maybe classes for free? And, you know, figure it out. I need forward thinkers. Those are the people who are successful, people who are forward thinkers, people who find a way despite any obstacle. It's so important for a thinker. So when I started dancing, I just surrounded myself with dancers, and I wasn't even the best at it. I actually wasn't that good. My son will tell you. Shout out to my son Scott. Oh my God, I was so bad. It doesn't matter how bad I was. guess what? Guess what? I wanted it more than everybody else. I don't care how talented you are. Or fire, okay? I more than you. And that's what you need to understand. So if this is your dream to become a working actor, then start right here, right? You know, don't think, oh, it's such a big dream. No. I always say think small and think big, because you need to take a small step towards that big dream. Those small steps is what's going to help guide you, because sometimes when you see how big it is, it kind of makes you nervous and you back from it, and you get afraid. That fear will sit in. So those small steps towards that end goal. All right. Yes, I'm preaching today. I preach.
No, you are signed, sealed, and delivered. Goodness gracious. Oh man, my heart is literally overflowing with joy and just so much gratefulness. I mean, I can't even say enough thank yous for the amount of advice you've shared on this platform, let alone your grace and your presence to be able to speak with you is another level of thankfulness. Oh man. Before we wrap up, I would just love the opportunity for you to share any details regarding your coaching, if you have anything coming up, or how people can stay connected with you to learn more about your coaching and how they can get involved. Just a moment for people to connect with you. I think that's just something laid on my heart that I would like to do before we wrap up.
Oh, perfect. So I actually, I haven't a date yet. I was kind of sick for the last week or two. But I do a free Zoom etiquette class, and I recently did a casting, and I did 2 jobs. One with nothing. And when I tell you that Zoom is horrible, and people just don't know, because we're trying to see you, but you're so far back, like bad, and we can't. And I want to give some tips and advice on how to present yourself. So on New Year's, I will post a link on how you can join Zoom, so you can learn more about Zoom etiquette. And then the link in my bio, which I will post on New Year's Day, will have more information on upcoming classes. If you're in Jersey and New York area, I have a class in Jersey, in Orange, New Jersey, at Dream Acting Studios, and it's every Tuesday night from 7 to 9. And then I have Zoom classes. And remember, I work with kids and adults. My kids are on Broadway, and Disney movies, and videos, and commercials, and you know, I work with all ages. I help guide, despite regardless of the projects, you know. And I will say I have a knack with kids. Like, the kids I work with are amazing. The youngest person I work with is 3.
Wow.
Wait, she just turned 4. Let me click. Say she's 3. She was like, Miss Wendy. I was like, okay.
Oh,
You're 4.
You're good.
So yeah, so guys, just check the link in my bio. On New Year's Day, I'm gonna have the free etiquette course on Zoom, and then you'll see more information on upcoming class.
Wonderful. Oh, I definitely had to share that. I mean, oh man, the people in the comments, please, viewers who are watching, show Wendy all the love and appreciation. Please stay connected with her. Oh man, Wendy, it is an honor and privilege to grace your presence, and I am very, very grateful to have you on this platform. But sincerely, many successes in all your endeavors. I truly appreciate this opportunity to speak with you.
Thank you. Shout out to Stephanie, Julian. Okay. Right.
A lot of people represent you. That's so fun. I love it.
The comments now, guys. I don't have my glasses on, so I wasn't. I can see a little bit.
You're good. Take your time.
I tell people, I said, make sure your real name on your Instagram, because people don't. You know what? Because I was looking for your email, and I just typed in your name, and it came up. Most people don't have names on stuff, and I'm like, I can't find you. That drives me nuts.
Yeah. Keep it simple. Keep it easy for people.
Exactly. I mean, what you want to be known as, right?
Exactly. I love it.
You know, John is giving me claps.
Yeah,
Nice.
a lot of people are showing you some love. Oh, that can only attest how amazing you are. She's amazing at what she does.
Yeah.
Take her classes. There you go.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me. You're so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I love
Okay.
it because, you know, young people, they say, hey, Jaden. So yeah, people just need to know. Sometimes you got to hear from the industry professional, and they don't know how to connect with the industry professional. So by you creating this platform, it's opening eyes, it's opening doors, to better understand what to expect if they want to pursue this career.
Yes, for sure. That's why I created this. This is the heart and soul of what I want to do, and on top of acting, of course. But this has connected a lot of people to understand the business, but it also allowed me to connect with some amazing individuals, including yourself. I'm just so glad to have you a part. So appreciative. I'll say thank you forever. I literally will. So I should probably stop.
I probably end this live. Okay, guys, we are done. Thank you for tuning in, and you're gonna say it on your Instagram, right?
Yes, of course. I'll tag you. Feel free to share for viewers watching. Please watch this again. If you forgot anything or need a little inspiration, follow my page. It will always be here. It's not going anywhere.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for being a part. You have a great rest of your day, Wendy. I am so appreciative.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Thank you guys so much for joining. That was such a great live. Thanks so much for tuning in. More interviews. Oh my gosh, we'll be coming to you guys in the new year. In the meantime, peace and blessings. Have an amazing beginning of your 2024. Bye, guys.